host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. First carry now for Justice Hill. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Jackson now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Jackson. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Thielen going to go in motion right. Now McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Oh, what a move. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, Finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
Here's McCarthy. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hawkinson from 8 yards out. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll get it in the hands of their receiver, Hopkins. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Jackson going to change things up a bit. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Jackson's going to keep it. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal. Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And you can forgive this defense just a bit here. They know how dangerous Lamar Jackson is running the football. Stopping him is in many ways a prime concern. So here, they're late to react to the handoff on the option, and it costs them as this winds up a touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. Ball tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Throwing is Jackson. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. That's going to be caught. He's to the 15. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. on his loop for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chidobe with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you to come to like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they've got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
He lets one go deep for Addison. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A one-touchdown ball game. 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On play action. Now McCarthy. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To the air with McCarthy. That is caught by Thielen. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 22 yards there, a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Over the middle and complete to Addison. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. He'll try and do this himself. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are opening this one up. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To throw is Jackson. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Through an opening, and there he goes. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So many times tight games decided by one big play. You know, a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
Knocking on the door.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A handoff to start the drive to Mason. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And Thielen going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this down inside the 40.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On play action, McCarthy. He lets one go deep for Addison. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23. Back to throw. McCarthy. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end. A quick throw there is incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Jackson now.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Here's 1st down. Jackson to throw.
Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 58 yards.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
The drive begins with Mason. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And they'll go again with Mason.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. McCarthy off the play fake.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Draymond Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Here's McCarthy.
And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Now McCarthy.
They'll find Thielen working the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
They'll look to throw again.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
From the 17, they work on 2nd and 10. Throwing is McCarthy.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson. Jackson going to keep it.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback play.
Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Well, the opportunity squashed. Caught on the right side by Jones. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And now here's another interception.
And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, it was the defender who got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close one through.